Let's do this. Wake up. Time to get up, Glenn. I hit start instead of load. I was like, are they really gonna start uh the game with me in a dream talking to mama all the time? And I just had to click for me. See, this is a door right there, and I just saws it. Quit your yapping, filthy dog, and tell him what you told me. Yeah, we were tasked to kill Lady Parnella and blame it on Farnsport. Who gave you this task? Why should I tell you, huh? How dare you, you miserable robber? Robber, you say? You're no different. We may rob people, but you rob a whole nation. Your ridiculous peace will be Your ridiculous peace will be our downfall. We were ordered to stab the lady in the back, but you're worse. With your peace treaty, you have backstabbed all of Ascania. Enough, Ferran. He has nothing more to tell me than the others we've already caught. Take him away. He was the last of the gang anyway. The rest is already rotting in the dungeon. Have we found the beast's body? Not yet, but we have witnesses that saw the monster fall with the collapsed tower. It's probably dead. At least some good news. What about the bodies in the East Wing? Was it really? Yes, there was the body of Chancellor Edgar among them. General Matthew, no trace. The general really go that far? Prince Frederick be darned. This is all his doing. Lady Parnella, Chancellor Edgar, both died within our walls. Tarn's people would have revolted against Prince Frederick if he had torn up the treaty and started a new war without proper reason. Now he can write history the way he wants. He will portray us as the aggressor. He will tell his people that we lured and killed their chancellor. And he himself will allegedly have no choice but to take up arms once again. What shall we do now, my lord? Mobilize the troops, prepare all airships and sky armors. I had hoped to hand over a kingdom of peace, but I have failed. When you take the throne, all that awaits you is only more hatred and bloodshed. There was no way around it. You knew that yourself. Probably. Tarn controls Wernshire. How much longer do you think we can resist? We can use the princess. Princess Celestia of Tarn. You believe that was her. Chancellor Edgar Chancellor Edgar did, and he should know her. But what is she doing here, and this act she's putting on? Take her hostage. Yes, if that woman was truly her, we should find her immediately. You want to take her hostage? But maybe we could still avoid war. This war has never stopped to begin with. We need to act fast. Give haste, Ferran. Leave no stone unturned and bring me Princess Celestia alive. By your command. Prince Frederick will think twice before taking action against us. Love for his sister has reached even my ears. We have finally made it. Doesn't seem like they have control over the fire yet. My brother, is he really involved in these assassination plans? Since our Lord Father fell ill, he has ruled with a firm hand. I must hear the truth from his lips. This night's events won't be without consequences for the peace of Valandis. When Prince Frederick hears of what has happened here, he will blame Ascania. Then I must tell him that a demon attacked and no one is at fault. Though she really is the princess, I imagine her to look different. That's her, all right, so show her the respect that she deserves. Someone recognized you at the banquet. Farnsport might already be searching for you to take you hostage. You should head for Tormund in secret, and I shall accompany you. You would do that? Well, I'm a fool for exciting stories, and I have some business I need to attend there. And since I was elevated to knighthood, helping you is a virtue I'm obligated to follow. Very well, Sir Victor. I am most happy to accept your help. In order to get to Tormund, we have to cross the Kortara mountain range. The paths around the mountains are dangerous, especially when avoiding the main route. The three of us will have a hard time. And we shall find some capable warriors at the Adventurers Guild. Yes, we could do that, or we could hire someone whose fighting strength we have already tested. You want our help? The help of common thieves? We don't even know what kind of crooked games they are capable of playing. If we show our backs to them, we will soon be met with a dagger. I believe in them. They already rescued my life once. But is this reason enough? If they return the lost princess home safely, they will surely receive a reward, so trust in their greed for gold. It should be easy for you if you think of them as thieves. What do you think, Gillian? Help the princess. A voice again. Listen to my advice, Glenn. It's important in order to open the door. What are you talking about? We did not find anything in Farnsport regarding the grimoire. Tarn's main capital, Tormund, would be our next destination anyway. We might also be able to ask for information about the grimoire as the reward. Okay. It's settled. We will help you. I thank you. You will be properly rewarded for your selflessness. Well then, I wish you luck, but now is the moment where I say goodbye. A generous reward is great, but there is not much to buy in the realm of the dead. Take care, my dears. No, Theana. But when I think about it, it can't be that dangerous to cross the mountains, right? Really, you want to come along as well? I wouldn't say I want to, but it seems to me to be the smartest option at the moment. We should use the light of day and move on. Hopefully we will find more answers in Tormund, Killian. Well, less is hardly possible. If my brother has nothing to do with this conspiracy, I must explain these events to him. Nobody's fault that this beast invaded the palace today. He will believe me. Do not trust these crooks, but there is no denying it. We need their help. Sir Victor and Len are for it. I will not stand in their way. I will come along and help as much as I can, but if it gets dangerous, I'm out. What a colorful troop. Very well, on to Taran. 80. Hey, Ardietta Wild 99.99. Thank you very much for the 7 months. Soil Valandis may be nourished by blood, but I am sure that one day peace will be able to take root against all odds. We will cross the Kortara mountains. Monsters and bandits will await us there. And they will be the least of the evils. Even if we are in a hurry, the safety of the princess is our first priority. If we have to make preparations for this in the city, then we should take the time to do so. The main checkpoint to the north might be under surveillance. We can try our luck there anyway, or we can visit the village of Basil. The locals there might tell us how to get through the mountains without crossing the checkpoint. Either way, both options lead across the Roland Fields. Before we travel, there are some places we need to visit here in Farnsport first. We're going to go to Basil? I wonder if we're going to meet Lavitz. If you get a chance to eat a plum from Vanti, go for it. There's nothing better, I swear. Advertising me? No, I'm just bored. The other children call me a liar and never want to play with me, so... They're so boring. That would be an interesting idea. Maybe a little tedious for the player. Do you like this top-down isometric pixelated art style? I see a lot of games do this kind of thing. What with Sea of Stars, Hyperlight Drifter, this and so on. Seems like they're clinging onto nostalgia with the likes of Chrono Trigger. You've never been fond of it yourself, but that doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. I would say 9.9 out of 10 times I am not bothered by art styles. And if it is pixel art, I am significantly more interested in it because I really like the aesthetic of pixel art. That being said, there are certainly games out there that have art styles that I don't like, but you know, those are either I don't play those games or some other thing. Seeing all these merchants and sailors makes me want to set out and discover the world for myself. And again, I get seasick pretty quickly. I'm not in the best shape. Walking for a few minutes makes me exhausted. Plus, I hate most foods and eat only what my mother prepares for me. And sleeping, don't even get me started. I need a bed that's twice as big as me. And it must be dead silent, of course. I guess I should stay at home. I wish I had a bed twice as big as me. Hazel, that's where Zephyr, Leanne, and Vacheron are. Yeah, but Lavitz. Hey, you want to try a plum from Vati? Ooh. Alright, that's 100 art. Expensive? What are you talking about? Of course it's expensive. You should start asking for prices before buying something. Pay up. What? What? Dog. She gone. Just remember when I talked about not liking how games like Resonance of Fate are too gray. I think a game like that is a lot more pleasing to look at than a game like this, for instance, in spite of the use of color. I definitely wouldn't take that stance myself. Art styles completely excluded. I'd rather look at bright, vibrant colors than gray or brown or, you know, just like the uninteresting character. Well, maybe not. Uninteresting is probably not the right thing, but like gray just doesn't necessarily convey the same excitement as some of the other brighter colors, you know, like I guess it's more fun to look at uh, brighter colors. But art style wise, uh, I I probably don't necessarily have any preferences. It's uh, visuals typically take a back seat for me when I'm thinking about what I like about games. So, uh, yeah, like for a game, here's an example. Okay, um, Minecraft is a game where I don't like its visual style. And Undertale is another game where I don't like its visual style. Uh, Earthbound is another game where I don't like its visual style. Like, even though some of those games have some bright colors in them, uh, that graphical style is not interesting to me. If you've ever seen One Punch Man, I refused to watch One Punch Man because I thought every character in the anime looked like the main protagonist guy, and I was like, I don't like the way that character looks, and to go through an entire anime watching an anime about characters that look like that guy, like he looks weird for an anime. Like, I like the traditional anime look, and that was definitely not it. Thankfully I watched One Punch Man anyways, and it was freaking amazing. It was only season 1. I haven't watched anything else. But here we are. Half the stuff here is stolen, and half of those merchants are actually pirates. But they are the only ones that set sail for Volandis. So we've learned to live with the lie. You should avoid this place and buy yourself somewhere else. Unless you want something less legal. You're not supposed to be advertising that, though. Dog. That's interesting. A bazaar. Oh, that's interesting. So I like how the bridge has a 1 right there, and presumably that 1 leads to the 1 right up there. That's nice. The bazaar is a world of its own. Being here makes me forget all the trouble outside. Do you have a place like this? Ooh, you dirty pig. Oink, oink. Oh dear. Don't get you wrong, you've gotten used to games with art styles you wouldn't have chosen. Play a lot of Civilization 6, for instance. But it's certainly put you off, like Celeste, for instance. Wow, you don't like the art style of Celeste. That's interesting. I hear a lot of good things about Celeste. I won't play it, but, very interesting. How foolish of me buying a house close to the market. Thought it would be practical, but you hear the noise? I can't stand it. Yeah, let me tell you about noise. I woke up to a freaking bird screaming and yelling outside. It was insane. What do you want, equipment? Have you ordered in advance? No? Then you can forget about it. A huge order came in from the palace this morning. You think a new war was coming. I see. What about the anvil there in the corner? Can we borrow it? I do have a bit of blacksmithing experience. Oh, right, I read that. You invented the letterpress machine, right, Sir Victor? You are Sir Victor, huh? I've heard you were in Farnsport. My wife literally eats all of your work. You can handle it. You can use my tools anytime, for a small fee, of course. But I should test your skills first. I don't want you to break my stuff. Go through my house to the backyard. You will find a crystal source there. Upgrade this boy's sword one level and insert a crystal into it. If you can do that, I shall trust you with my tools. Upgrade your weapons and armor by using materials found in chests or dropped by monsters. Upgrading weapons and armor raises their stats. You can upgrade each piece twice, shown as plus and plus plus. Additionally, the equipment gains more slots to insert bigger and or more crystals into it. Gather crystals with passive skills to set into armor and weapons. For example, you can set an attack up crystal into a weapon to have your attack raised while using this weapon. Crystals need to be rank 3 or higher to be inserted into equipment. Okay, what's the purpose of rank 2 or lower crystals? Crystals have ranks. On rank 3, the crystal unlocks its passive skill and can be set into equipment. On rank 5 or 10, this passive skill gets more potent. In order to raise the ranks, you need to combine different crystals of the same passive skill. When combining a crystal, you will choose a base crystal and a fuse crystal. You can enter any crystal with a purity above 0, displayed as purity 1 or P1. The resulting crystal will have the base crystal's purity -1, will have the ranks summed up, will have its size averaged, becomes an artificial crystal marked by an asterisk. These crystals can only be used as base crystals and not fuse crystals. This is a lot to remember. You can set several crystals into a single piece of equipment. You need to consider the amount of slots on your equipment, shown as empty circles, and the size of the crystal. Gato. Wow. This game really does have Gato propaganda. Oh, there we go. Suckle foot cat. A lot of Earthbound in games like this too. You want to buy equipment? I hate to disappoint you. This morning the army showed up and bought all of our entire inventory. If you need weapons and armor, you'll probably have to look outside the city. People love Celeste. You hear those things too, but it's again adherent to the same pixel art style you find very grainy and off-putting. You choose your battles to save for doggos. You hate the local birds. You go hate the local birds all you want, especially if they're waking you up. They are definitely waking me up. Woke up at 5:30. And not only did I wake up at 5:30, but I also went to sleep an hour late last night. And, you know, that's not great. Auto combine. Interesting. Well done. Feel free to use my tools anytime you want. When collecting crystals, you can choose between 3 crystals. Taking a crystal starts a chain. The more of the same crystal you gather, for example, attack up, the higher the chance for more of the same to appear at the next crystal source. Boost. If you take any other crystal, the chain is broken. This way, you can focus on gathering the crystals you really want. Okay. Sure. Have you crystallized the information about crystals? Perhaps some more practice with crystals will get you up to speed on crystal knowledge and use of crystals. That sounds like sounds like a lot of rocks. We over here do not hit rock bottom. All right. We can be crystal benders. The fact that this guy still appears here means he's definitely becoming a party member. Rockin' out. I'm gonna go play some Toidles. What are you staring at? Looks like you're growing eggs. But not like chicken eggs. I mean, like over easy eggs. What do you mean what I'm staring at? Buckle? Alright, capo. Buckle food. Oh my god. I swear I saw a monster enveloped in flames heading toward the palace. No one believes me. Raven cloak. That's a direct upgrade for you. We'll give it to you, I guess. Oh man, yesterday my job has like the mandatory training courses that you have to take every year, and You know, it's like for sexual harassment, um, various other courses um, that deal with like business and compliance and, you know, all this other stuff. You know, very important stuff. But um, the problem is they, at least for me, it could be different for other people at the company, but for me, these courses are all front loaded on the exact same day, and you have like a month to complete it. And there was like 6 of them, and it took me 3 hours, 3 hours of my day to go through all of them. That's ridiculous. On top of that, 2 of them were exactly the same. Test questions and everything. And the reason I had 2 of them is because California requires you to do a specific kind of one, but then also, you know, the company also requires you to do a certain kind of one. It's like, y'all couldn't have made these different? You know, come on. But thankfully, I finished it yesterday, and I don't have to worry about it for a whole another year, where I will then complain about it again. Everyone on the market claims to be selling fresh fish from our waters, but every time I try to catch something, I only find garbage. What am I doing wrong? Noodles are missing the eggs just like him. Supposed to be a bazaar here or something. Probably here. This is the only market of its kind in Volantis. Being so close to the free cities in the south allows farm sport to flourish, relatively speaking. When I see free cities, I'm reminded of Game of Thrones. You know, I kind of miss Game of Thrones. There is one thing though. I don't miss, or I really wish people would stop referring to like comparing things to Game of Thrones. You know, like Final Fantasy 16, for example. That's not Game of Thrones. It's nowhere near Game of Thrones. It's become like one of those description things, like, oh, that's Game of Thrones. It's like, yeah, Game of Thrones was a big deal. You know, it had some amazing moments into it, but my goodness, you know, like, I wish we would just calm down with that a little bit. Hey, you guys come here for the deals? Seems like my reputation as the ultimate dealer is known all over Ascania. No, you don't even know what deals are. Oh man. I don't just sell you things for money. No, instead, you sell me your stuff, and if it's something nice, I'll make you a deal. You can sell me anything, materials, items, collectibles, anything. Give it a try. Get a Sea Otter Horse perch from my boy over there and sell it to me. Deals are special offers you unlock by selling a certain combination of items to any merchant. Once you sell one of the items needed for a deal, you will be notified. The list under deals show all available deals which you sold at least one item. You can check what remaining items you must sell in order to be able to purchase the deal. I like that. Boss is teaching how to use deals, right? How very selfless of him. Let me follow his example. Here, take this Otter Horse perch for free. Need anything? I want to sell an Otter Horse perch, please. Hey, yo, you got some deals? starter pack. Hey. The Ultimate Dealer has taught you everything he knows. Now go on with your adventure, travelers. Is this a fish head? Or a bird head? Or a slime with one eye and something going on there? I don't know. Did I go inside this building? Yes. Two other buildings. One of them is here. Did go inside there. Definitely went inside there, and I definitely went inside there. That one, I don't think I went inside, though. Farnsport is the perfect stop for goods from the free cities towards the north. This makes Farnsport the wealthiest city in all of Valandis. Even during the worst times, we at least have bread to eat and water to drink. Can't say that about Gravos or Tarn. Gravos. You like trying to compare things to people you know and what they like, so you understand why Game of Thrones is used so much, as it can provide common ground to a lot of people, but you can see the backlash of it, especially when one of your friends is fed up with you comparing Etrian Odyssey 3 to Mary Skelter's The Show, or to show why you like Etrian Odyssey more. But you try to make sure they understand. You only do/did so to make it relatable. Plenty of games out there to compare to. I certainly do my comparisons. I will say that more often than not, I try to keep things the way that... This is gonna, I guess, kind of sound weird, but I try to keep things the way that they like normally are? Question mark? I don't know. Like, I generally, I try not to compare things as much, unless, I think I kind of had this conversation. Oh, it is a fish. That's weird. I think we tried having this conversation before, but maybe it was like cut off or whatever, but usually I try to leave things stand alone on its own and just, you know, kind of judge it for what it is, unless it's like part of a series or something like that, in which I will, you know, like if I'm playing the third game in a series, then I'm going to compare it to the first two games, because that seems very relevant. But if I was playing this game, I wouldn't be saying, you know, like, oh, this game over here, you know, it does this better, you know, this game needs to step it up, or this game does this way better than this other game over here. Like, I think that has its place sometimes, but it generally just doesn't do anything for me. I guess in a nutshell, I like to, if possible, keep things in isolation. See that tail hanging there? That's our boss, the Ultimate Dealer. He is a special kind of Fioran. His body needs to stay cool and hydrated. That's why he got all these water buckets. This looks like a boss fight. Whatever it is, it looks dead and macabre. Macabre. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Dancing City makes you want to dance? Sometimes you just gotta get that boogie down. Who's my favorite character? This is probably the more common answer, but I think it's Sienna at the moment. I think Sienna has done things and said things that are very much things that I like seeing from characters. You know, a little cynical. You know, maybe a tinge of the good side, and she also wields a katana, which, you know, that's freaking cool. Or at least a katana-esque sword. This part of the city is called the Floating Village. This is where the poorest of the poor live, if you can really call this living. The rich cover themselves with perfume to smell better, but they're only fooling themselves. Down here, we know the real stench. Do you smell that garbage? It all washed up here from up there. A war doesn't make any difference to us here. We got nothing to eat either way. And since we're too sick, we won't be drafted to the army. Don't ask me if that's a blessing. Not only does the woman in this shack tend to our sick and wounded, but she also takes care of shells. Helping shells is pretty useless if you ask me. Nothing can rescue them from their fate. That aside, she is also a fortune teller. Strange combination. I was gonna say, do you have a secret passage where I can get a treasure chest? A Bulkin. Bulkin or a Bakken? Oh, it is a katana. And it is better. Right, that solidifies that we're going to be purchasing equipment. Alright, we're not taking anyone new. I'm not in the mood for anything, actually. Helping people is my passion. That's what everyday heroes do. You know what's my passion? Selfishness. Every day I can put myself, my needs above the needs of other people. That means I've lived my life. People say we sailors don't have homes. They don't know the feeling when we put to sea. It's like coming home. This time of year, the Hooge should reach our waters again. Our ship urgently needs new spare parts. Hooge? Hooge. Foreman looks pretty strong, but he's the biggest chicken. When he got news from the palace earlier, he immediately turned tail and couldn't get out of Valandis soon enough. Our foreman is from Galtena, a place on the other side of the world. When a giant fungus spread throughout the land there, it caused a lot of problems. Nasty business, I tell you. Foreman doesn't have good memories of it. Mastermen, we'll load the cargo, and then we're out of here. Let Valandis burn without us. Arr. Hey, Romeo. Give me those treasure chests. Love being a man of the sea. When wars break out and borders are redrawn, we just find a new port. Things get worse in Volantis again. Nothing will keep us here. I can see it. Where does this go? Oh. You say a monster appeared in the middle of the royal banquet. Hard to believe, but on the other hand, the amount of monsters has been steadily growing for the last few months. Ah yes, that's a JRPG staple right there. Everything changed recently. But more notably, when the Fire Nation attacked. Did you notice that sometimes enemies have some sparks around them? I've heard they drop more loot after being killed. I have noticed that. And I also have noticed that thing that you just said. Your name's Pink today? It is a muted... It's like a muted green for me. Utility overdrive. Gato. I can't bear it anymore. Our peace prevailed for only 1 year, and now we're at war again. I already paid with my husband's and son's life. There's nothing left for me to give. Please, this war must not start. I would even forgive Tarn and Gravos. Many of them lost their loved ones as well. You have a Kato there. You can give your Kato. You can also give your house. There's a lot of things you can give to avoid the soldiers. Let's see. Did I? Oh, that was that cave. Yes, I did go in there. I would love to go on an adventure and see more of this beautiful world, but I'm at a liable age for military service and can't leave. Well, I actually could leave, but what would happen to my family? The neighbors would mock them for their cowardly son. Over the course of your adventure, you will find fast travel crystals. They unlock destinations for you to quickly travel to. Open the map and then open the fast travel menu to select your destination. You can find fast travel from almost any area, or you can fast travel from almost any area. Hey. My girlfriend thinks I'm a coward. I'm going to prove her wrong. Have you heard of these people the army is searching for? I'm going to find and report them. They are a dangerous group of 6 people who broke into the palace last night. They are made up of 2 women and 4 men. One of the women has red hair, and the other one has... I haven't seen anything. I sees nothing. I sees nothing. Select all. Single piece of equipment. Metal jerkin. That is better. I need to get her some new armor. Yeah. There is definitely dog propaganda going on in this game. Every dog has been a nice dog, but every cat has been a mean cat. If you follow the road, you will reach the Adventurers Guild. If you know how to swing a sword, you can earn a coin or 2. I don't want to go up there yet. I'm still talking to NPCs. Colors in Twitch are off, for you anyway. Adrin is always blue, Mana is green, and Noah is slightly darker green. Dante is always gray. Seem to change on the semi-regular. Mister is always orange too. You can actually change your color to be a permanent color. That's why some people have the same color. Can I go inside here? Nope. We're not done here yet. Alright, let's go to the Adventurers Guild. Chancellor is a man of fast decisions. The pass to Cortara is about to be closed. Can I sneak over there? This looks suspicious to me. Like, there's a way to get over there. This is the Adventurers Guild, a place full of capable fighters that can complete any dangerous task you have. The higher the mind, the higher your defense against magical attacks. It also raises your healing capabilities. Ooh. If an enemy is blinded, its physical attack will always miss. It's a powerful defensive move. Do you know about unique monsters? There is only one of each kind in existence throughout the world. Typically, they are stronger than other foes around them, but they also drop special loot, so it's worth the tough battle. You can find 2 unique monsters in Roland Fields. Tack the Yak in front of the North Gate and Leaping the Frog to the north of Basil. If you join the guild, I can share even more information with you. You have no action available in battle. Use an item to apply either heavy, dry, oil, or wet to the enemy so that another character can deal extra damage on their upcoming turn. Oil makes enemies more vulnerable to fire attacks, heavy to earth attacks, dry to water attacks, and wet to wind attacks. Your Valor Minuet skill restores technical points, right? You should use it before you run out of TP to help keep you from dangerous situations in battle. Otherwise, if you use this skill after you've already run out, it won't help much. Your Valor Minuet. Want to talk to this guy, please? Silence hinders the use of magic skills. These are all skills with the yellow icon. Healing magic, for example, still works. Really? Oh, well, I guess healing doesn't have the yellow icon. Performing a normal attack is often your weakest option in combat. Since you're refreshed after each battle, I would advise you to concentrate on using skills. Yeah, I got that. If you want to join the guild, it has many benefits. You can learn about recent events, have access to a lot of job offers, and even get detailed information about unique monsters. You and your enemies have resistances to status effects. At the start of a fight, you or the enemy's resistance is usually 0, so a status effect will normally apply. To apply the same effect a second time, you will need to use it twice. If you plan to even apply it for a third time, you have to use it thrice, and so on. Interesting. But does that... I've been extending debuffs and things like that. So maybe that negates it. You have no available skill to trigger the skill type demanded by the overdrive bar. Try using overdrive items. They are really useful in certain situations. What are you staring at, rookie? Huh? Sucker? Oh, it's time to mark. Oh. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How can I help you, travelers? We want to go on a journey to Tormund. Is there anything we should be aware of? Tormund, I'm sorry, terrible timing. Something happened in the palace last night. Airships and sky armors have been going out all morning. They're even saying that the pass to Cortara will be closed. This is bad. If you hurry, you might still have a chance. Well, we'll be going then. Oh, before you leave, one thing, this info was free this time. Normally our network and information are only available to members of the guild. If you need more information or you're looking for jobs of all kinds, you'd have to join us. Taking the chance to get new recruits. Sorry, but how do you become a member? You're biting? You have to complete a task from the guild leader, that is all. What is the task? Want to go to Tormund? Currently, no airships are flying. So if you manage to reach Tormund on foot, it's enough proof of your skills for me. If we're already on our way there, why not take the chance? Here, take this letter and bring it to the leader of Tormund's Adventurers Guild. May Rongar's blessing be with... Oh, I thought May was like a person's name. Alright, let's save and mark. Oh, 60 stream streak? I feel like just the other day you were at like 25. What happened? People in the office are saying how IKEA has opened up a shop inside Roblox and are hiring staff to work it for the annual salary of 28 pounds. I saw a Twitter post about a Discord competitor, and they are apparently requiring that all accounts with them are, I guess, linked or created through Roblox. And if you're not able to do that, then you won't be able to log in. And I was just like, whoa, what is going on? Why would that ever be a thing? Anyways, anymore. Oh, 28,000 pounds.